I was very confused with who I was and what I was supposed to be. At 15, it got really hard for me.
Sure.
So I decided, I want to go back to India, and I went back home. And I feel like that's when destiny played its game. My mum randomly sent photos without telling me to Miss India. I didn't know. I just thought that they called me because I was discovered. It gave me a sense of confidence that I could walk onto the stage, speak the way I speak, and I've been raised to be an opinionated girl. My parents always told me, if you have an opinion, don't be afraid to share it. The fact that my personality and the way I speak and my confidence is what won me that crown made me feel like confidence is your best accessory. Initially, I faked it till I made it. I was just like, I'm not gonna let anyone see that I'm scared, or I'm not gonna let anyone see that I'm affected. And over time, I realized, like, as a woman, as a girl in this world, if I allow myself to be hurt or if I allow myself to be affected, that's all I'm going to be. And I'm not, I don't think people will believe it, but I think it's self-taught. I don't think confidence is something that you are born with. I don't think confidence is, it's a skill set. And I had no confidence growing up. As a child, I had very low self-esteem. I was gawky as a teenager. I lived in America. I was made to feel conscious about the fact that I was Indian. That was weird at that time, and not by everyone, but just by so I was in a very weird sort of teenage place. And when Miss India happened, I'm inherently competitive. I think the fact that I was competitive pushed me to teach myself to be confident. Hoping to take pictures because I was applying for a scholarship program. I wanted to be an engineer. And the photographer said, "Oh, you're really pretty, can I take some more pictures?" And to a 16-year-old's ego, I was like, yeah, sure, of course. And those pictures, my mom obviously thought were great. And there used to be ads for Miss India in, a daily, monthly magazine. And she saw those ads and she just decided to send them in. She didn't tell me, she didn't tell Dad. And we got a call back. I happened to be home. Those were landline days. I happened to be home and picked it up, and they said, "We're calling from Miss India. You've been selected. You have to come to New Delhi, blah, blah, blah." And I didn't know where that came from till my mom broke the news. I don't want to be called an actor. I don't want to be called a star. I don't want to have a label. I want to have a legacy. I had the worst self-esteem when I was a kid. I was made fun of because of the way I talked, because of where I came from. I was made fun of on every level. And the only way you can change that is setting goals for yourself and saying, I will be the best version of me. When I was 18 and I started doing movies, I gave myself 1.5 years. And I said, if I sense that I'm not good at what I'm doing and I don't see something opening up for me, I'm gonna go back to college. I always had a plan B. I still always have a plan B. And that's what I always tell young people, that, life doesn't end. It just keeps moving. You have to put your blinkers on and find what you do best and just keep moving. But see, what is the choice? That you walk a path like everyone else, dressed in suits, go to work and come back and never have a legacy? Or you swim upstream like a trout against norm, and then whatever little you achieve is only yours. It's not like everyone else. And I'd rather have something that is my path, paved by me, something that is my legacy, my own self, my own achievement, than being one of the many successful people in the world. The most beautiful thing about having dreams is that it's in your hands how big your dreams become. And this film taught me that. I've come here only to introduce you to the idea of saying that no one can tell you that your dream is too small, or your dream cannot come true, or your dream cannot be allowed because you're a girl, because you're a boy, because you look a certain way, or because you come from a certain place. I'm not even Northeastern and I'm playing Mary Kom. I mean, who would have thought that? I am extremely honored to be sitting in front of all of you wonderful, wonderful, really smart people and talking to you about my dream, which came true doing this film. Don't be afraid to dream, guys, because they do come true. They really do.